According to an investigation by a CBS News affiliate, Tacoma, Washington police used force to arrest and handcuff an innocent deaf woman after she called 911 asking them for help. The woman, identified as Lashon White, says she called 911 for police assistance after someone attacked her in her apartment, but instead she ended up bloody and in jail for nearly 3 days without an interpreter.
But if she was unable to speak, it seems that the police should be trained on how to handle certain situations. If a person is handicapped or has other difficulty, there should be some type of training to where they can bring an interpreter in, or they should have taken a little bit more time to assess the situation.
Because she is deaf, White used a special phone to call 911, and an interpreter told Tacoma police to hurry because there is a person beating White up. White has the interpreter tell police, "She's fighting at me, then she chokes me. She's coming right at me." During the phone call, White also makes it known that she is deaf and will not hear anyone knocking. But within seconds of running outside to meet police, an officer pulled his taser and fired a 2 barbed wire into White's ribs and stomach. Witnesses say White began bleeding heavily from her knuckles, and the right side of her face swelled up immediately after she hit the pavement following the taser jolt. She was then handcuffed, arrested, and without the ability to communicate with Tacoma officers who had no sign language skills. Tacoma police arrested White on 2 criminal charges, simple assault and obstruction of a public servant. Then they hauled her into jail, where she would spend 60 hours without an interpreter before a city prosecutor reviewed her case and asked that charges not be filed at all. According to Washington state law, if a hearing impaired person is arrested, the arresting officer at the earliest possible time must arrange payment for a qualified interpreter.
I don't understand how she could be arrested if she could not be read her rights. It was obvious that she was deaf or could not respond, or something was an impediment to communication.
White says despite her repeated requests for a certified interpreter, one was not provided. Tacoma police have yet to comment on the case. Ashante Hathaway, Press TV, Washington.